Hey there, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to PV WolfCreek by Mr. Dashnet. So, how you guys doing? So, hey, Big Papa Mark, Mr. Cope, and Mr. Pompies. How are you guys doing? Well, I just totally messed that name up. I'm sorry. So, just got a few things to. Oh, remember how to work this thing. There we go. And why are you going off center? Wow, this thing is naff. Let me adjust that across a bit more. I'll get that last little bit later. Right then, yeah, so obviously back on WolfCreek. One thing I am going to be doing today is releasing the liquid trailer for you guys. Um, Obviously you can grab it at any time you want. All you have to do is drop exclamation mark tanker in chat and that will give you the link for it. Just got a bit of fertilising to do. Obviously I went through, got this field finished off. Obviously stones picked up. Got put some corn in it to start off with. So it's one of the crops I definitely need this year. I have got a hired helper on the other field down the bottom there, putting in some, I think some more corn actually, if I remember rightly. Then I've got a field over here. Yes, corn. This field is now ready to be planted. This field here needs to be planted at some point, and I've got a couple over here that need to be dealt with as well. I'm kind of leaving these ones for the minute, really. For the simple fact is later on in the year I'm going to need some um, like wheat and barley and stuff like that. Oh, turn you off. There. So I'm going to try and leave them, the inner ones, for those crops. Let's just get this last little strip here. Joys of having guidance steering when it sort of goes slightly off centre. Yapes. Right. Yeah. So that's pretty much going to be my plan to start off with. Anyway, just get this lot fertilised. These two fields. I'll get the hired helper. Probably putting in some more soybean into that other field further down. Get this and up. Do a little bit of freehand. At some point I do want to get up on that hill over there in the far distance, and obviously clear some trees, create another field up there at some point. There you go. Hopefully that's right. Looks good to me. It should take you to my Google Drive if I'm correct. Obviously it is going to be added to the yeah, it's good, to the mod folder switcher, but for anyone who wants it now, you're more than welcome to grab it while you're here. It is going to be live 24/7, so you can just download it whenever you want to. And I'm totally messing that a little bit up, but hopefully I'll get away with it. There we go. Actually, I might pop this on Hired Helper just to show you the. It's a little update to it, obviously, since Wednesday's stream. Not much difference apart from that, really. Let me just get lined up first of all on the next row. Then hired help can do the rest. Got some funky animal creature sounds going on. There we go. So let me take that off, put you on hired helper. That's cool. So I'll probably show this off again in a little while, when maybe a few more. So obviously the tanker that you can now download, obviously exclamation mark tanker, like what Pompey's did there, will give you the tanker. It's basically the converted one from 19. Obviously, Mr. Cope there did start converting it. Obviously, I finished it off and cleared the errors and such for it, got it up and running in. So obviously this is going to be it. Obviously design wise, this is going to be for your decals on the tank. So obviously you can have it just standard if you want to. You can have shell, you can have dashnet mods. The only difference to the 19 one over this one is, as you can see at the bottom here, it now actually states simgamealliance.com, which is obviously the website we're going to be using from now on rather than the PV mods. All the rest are basically the same. Obviously, I did make all the prices the same actually on the decals. Obviously, you got your flames, you got a water, your 3M, Cogent, which could be coming back in the next map. We'll wait and see. Borden Dairy, another factory from 19 that could be possibly coming back with the next map. Obviously, it's a 16x map that Dave's working on currently. So there's going to be a lot of the other bigger factories coming in, hopefully. Obviously, you have your Pleasant Valley Landscaping, your Slurry Tough, your Southern Water. Actually, that one's in the UK as well. I haven't actually got this trailer myself yet, so I do need to get one myself. Obviously, you got your Roundup Weed Killer, version 1 and version 2. You got your AVO, so that's an American vegetable oil factory from 19. Hopefully that's another one that's going to be coming back. Obviously you got your good old Black Diamond and a special one just for Mr. MP7 Reaper. Obviously, for all of you guys who may or may not know, Mr. Reaper used to work for Black Diamond. Obviously he's now gone over to Miguel's, or whatever I want to pronounce it. I have no idea. Obviously he kind of asked about it, and I've basically thrown it on there just for him. Capacity wise, obviously starting out with 30,000 litres, going up to 50,000, 75,000 and 100,000 litres. So there should be plenty enough there for you transporting your slurry, water, milk, whatever. It will do every liquid type on any map, and it should be error free as well on every map. Because what's basically done is in the XML, instead of having the individual fill types, it's actually looking at the categories for the map. In particular, it's the liquid um, capacity, the category, the slurry tank capacity, and I think there was one other I can't remember right now. But it reads off 3 different ones, and obviously it should, whatever the map creator makes, whether it's a base game map or a modded map, you should be able to run this on those maps and actually get those fill types without any warnings. So in addition to that, obviously you got your main color options. Obviously these are the same as what they were in 19. I haven't actually touched any of these. I was make this nice little chrome color there, I think, against that. I think, if I remember rightly, that's probably closer to what the actual company has. I think they've actually got like a flames or something like that with a flag at the back. Played around with a few different decals. To be honest, this seemed to be the best, and obviously Mr. Reaper himself said that was the better one of the two. In addition, obviously, I have added in rim color options as well. Obviously, these are my basic ones that I tend to use, as well as the base game ones. So you can have your chrome, your matte different colors. There's a metal flake that I've also added. That who was it? Iconic, I think, had in 19. I'm not sure if he's added it to any of his current stuff in 22, but I thought it does make it slightly withered looked almost. And then obviously you do have your metallic version as well, which looks pretty good actually. I like them, to be honest. Obviously, in addition, because obviously it being 22, we do now have obviously the license plate that you can add to the back. Also, I've already got this set up on mine, so obviously you just pan around to the back and it is right down the bottom there. It should be error free. If anybody does have any issues with it, let me know. This will also pick up pallets off the ground. So say for instance you got some liquid fertilizer, herbicide, glue, resin, whatever it might be that's pallet form liquid, it will pick it up and load it into the tanker. I've tested it as well, and obviously that is what you guys are getting today. At some point, I know Dave does want to get it onto the mod folder switcher for the next update, so obviously that'll be added to the rest of the maps as well. But it is a nice tanker, to be honest. I do need to get some more money actually to be able to pay for it. But for now, that is what you guys are getting, and as you can see, it does your glue, obviously on this map anyway, and obviously the PV maps, it'll do your glue, your water, your milk, your fuel, your I think that's the resin, if I remember rightly. Um, DEF, it will do DEF as well. Herbicide, liquid fertilizer, your digestate, and your slurry will go into it. So all those liquids there. Obviously, you got Dave's one. Obviously, as you can see, it is a bit limited. Obviously, I did add into those the last couple as well to be able to be run on that as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Hey, Mr. Wheels and Mr. Oppies, how you guys doing? So yeah, exclamation mark tanker in chat will give you the link for that. Obviously, Dave does have the link as well as a few other SGA members currently. Obviously, grab it now while you can. And also, anytime anybody does want it, you can come to my chat, put the command in chat. If, say, one of the other streamers is streaming, I can also dish it out until at least it's added to the mod folder switcher. So there's that. He's just crashed like a dingbat. What are you doing all the way over there? Wow, you give him one job and he crashes. My goodness gracious me. And it would have to be Mr. Dashnet. Dang it. Yeah, how are you doing, Mr. Wheels, Mr. Oppies? Hope you enjoy the tanker there. Totally messed that up. Look at that mess. One thing I have noticed with this tanker as well, or the case, it seems to just miss little bits. It's not missing too many, as you can see in the field. They've got the little lines there, but obviously that is the kind of like the spot spraying type thing. I'm guessing. Let me turn that down actually, because that could be what it is. But it's just gone a little bit too fast. There we go. Hey, King Hit, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome back in. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit too slow. It's got to about 20. That should be a little bit neater. That's not too bad, not too bad. I like it, I like it, I like it. Yeah, so I'll get these two fields finished off. I'll get the hired help. I might actually do the other field myself later on, because it is a kind of a funny shape, and obviously when I was doing the stone collecting with the hired helper, he kept missing bits, so I'll probably do that myself later on. I do have a field of grass I need to cut near my cow sheds, so I need to get on and do that at some point. I could actually technically get a hired helper in there, but I'm no great rush on them. That is kind of weird. Hey, Mr. T. Miller, how you doing, buddy? You're doing fine. Good, glad to hear it. Yeah, how are you doing, Mr. T. Miller? And did you get your OBS sorted out? I know you were sort of on and off throughout the afternoon trying to get that sorted. And while he's doing that, so I need to give you guys a couple of shout outs. So Mr. Wheels 24/7, obviously a fellow SGA member. Make sure to click on the link, give him a follow, catch him when he does go live next. He seems to be having a lot of fun currently on WolfCreek. Also we have Mr. Cope out there. Hopefully he's still out there. Make sure to give him a follow as well. Obviously he does play on the WolfCreek map or Uncharted. He's also actually creating his own new map at the minute, so definitely go over there, give him a follow, because I think one day he could definitely potentially be a future SGA member. I would love that for him, to be honest. So obviously the big thing is obviously getting those numbers up in his chat and such when he is actually live. And let me just do this. And lastly, for the moment at least, Mr. T Miller 63. There it is. Took a little bit of a moment to kick in. Obviously, he's currently, well, last played on FS19, but he does do 22 as well. Tomorrow, he will be doing an ATS convoy with a few guys out there. Not sure exactly who yet, but obviously next week he is got a plan on starting a brand new save game on FS19 Uncharted with 2022 Farming Guy and Mr. Thavius, I think it is pronounced, Thavius. Also, both of them guys are streamers as well, so it's going to be kind of a no mods, just basically the map and the mod pack are going to be added, and using a lot of vanilla stuff, whatever's in the pack. Definitely well worth checking it out if you can, guys. Let me drop this here. Let me just check on that tractor down there. I think he's actually finished. You're looking forward to it? Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. That is for sure. Definitely. There we go. Yeah, he has run out of field. That's the problem with some of these funky shaped fields. Da, 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 da. See, one thing I did mention in my last stream that I was actually after some truck bays or parking bays for anyone who's here. Still looking for long ones. Actually, let me jump over here a sec. So it's going to be for this area over here where my shell station is. What I basically want is some long lines just to go in them sort of the middle here kind of thing. Now, obviously, a couple of people have mentioned about Uncharted in 19 had a sort of truck bays. I know exactly what they were meaning, but it's not the ones I want, unfortunately. The lines they were mentioned are also connected to the bigger shell station that was released last week. I've actually gone in and grabbed it. I've got to try and think where the heck I put it now. Decorations. I think it was in here. I'm pretty sure it's in here actually. Yep, right there. So yeah, this is the sort of thing they were mentioned about. But obviously, as you can see, it is a little bit big. I have actually shrunk it down as well to see if it fit any better, but it just doesn't look quite right. Yeah, the trailer is now released, Mr. T Miller! Exclamation mark. Tanker in chat will give anybody the link. It will be live permanently until it's released on the mod folder switcher. Decal pack. Yeah, not sure. I've gone through quite a few. Obviously, I've been trying to create a few signs and stuff for some of the factories today. But it's trying to find. It's basically lines. Oh, let me get off that. It's going to be what I'm kind of after. Lines like these car park bays, but they're sort of maybe slightly wider and longer to get trucks in. All I want is like maybe 3 or 4 just to be parked in this sort of area here. I may end up just doing my own actually if I can't find any. Also, I'd rather support another modder before doing something myself. Hey, Mr. Scurvy, how are you doing, buddy? Also, for any SGA members who do want the tanker, it is actually in modding talk as well. Oh, I cannot spell. There he is. Oh, thank you, T Miller. Make sure to give Mr. Scurvy Hyam, fellow member of the SGA, a follow if you're not following him already. Obviously, I know yesterday he was streaming on PV WolfCreek with a lovely snow mask on there. Yeah, I need to actually get a tanker over here. I think that will suit, like the Shell tanker or something. Maybe park it down here just on a permanent basis. Because obviously I do need to actually bring some diesel over for these guys. So where I'm setting up these new fields, I still need to get this sorted out. I've obviously put a couple of these down, got them actually it's started, but it does need fuel added to them. So yeah, also got this nice little Shell station over here for refilling off your vehicles. But can also take it out if need be to top up any of these other factories over here. Let's get this finished off first of all. But yeah, how are you doing, Mr. Scurvy? Yeah, so the tanker is now being released. I'll probably show it off in maybe an hour's time. Actually, yeah, thereabouts. So I really want to try and go and do a little bit more of this. I do want to try and start on my new field that I want to put on that hill at the top there. I do need to check it out. I know Dave's put a field up there, so I'm hoping it should be a good one. Obviously, I'm probably going to leave that until later on in the year before planting it. I think it's September, August, September time. For getting the grains in. That is the main one I'm currently missing, which is a pain. Let's get that line back up. Oops, sorry about that. Trying to see where I'm going. Move the mouse around. Yeah, and obviously for anyone who hasn't heard, is yesterday afternoon the Queen Elizabeth, Queen of the UK, passed away peacefully, thankfully. Yeah, so it's kind of been a very strange day overall. Pounding head at a minute, but doing okay. I know exactly how you feel, but Mr. Scurvy. I've had a headache all afternoon. It started off just as like a little niggling headache. Sorry, at the front. I don't know if it's stress or what's been going on. Obviously, I did get something to eat a little while ago. Taking some painkillers, so hopefully they'll kick in soon. But the strange thing is, it also seems to have gone into the right side of my mouth and then down my throat. Also, it's kind of a weird one. She had a long film. She certainly did. She was probably the only person to meet practically everyone on the planet, I think. Yeah, she did have a really good life, that is for sure. Even though, obviously, personally, and I know a lot of people have said it, even though they didn't know her personally, they felt like she was like a member of their family. I'd say exactly the same, to be honest. It is such a shame, but obviously she was getting on, to be honest, so it was only really a matter of time. And obviously recently, since her husband Philip passed away, I suppose her health has sort of deteriorated quite a bit, really. So, but one nice thing is she did get to swear in her 15th Prime Minister just the day before, so it's kind of shocking. 15 Prime Minister she's been through. Obviously, I think it was Winston Churchill was her first Prime Minister, and God knows how many like presidents and other. Oh, did I just jump straight out of that? Must have done. And other folk that she's met throughout the world. I know she's touched a heck of a lot of people, that is for sure. Obviously, we've now got to adjust to the fact that it's going to be King Charles III in the UK as His Majesty. I know there was some people outside Buckingham Palace singing "God Save the Queen" yesterday evening. So yeah, it is going to be a long one. Yep, Charles is king. Yes, King Charles. Obviously, he's still got to be sworn in and everything, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, he's going to be king, and obviously you got Camilla, who's the queen consort. So kind of like the same thing that Prince Philip was to the queen. It's going to be that sort of same sort of role to be there for King Charles and stuff like that. So yeah, I think everyone in the world, whether oh Tasman375, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing, buddy? And welcome in. Yeah, I think everyone throughout the world is probably going to be grieving for quite a while. That is for sure. There we go. Let's turn that off if we're going to do this by hand. I'm sure I can keep a straight line up there. Oh, yeah. Obviously, one thing going to need to get is obviously new currency created with obviously King Charles's face on it. Use postal stamps, stuff like that. So yeah, I know that King Charles and Camilla left Balmoral Castle. I think it was just before lunchtime. So they were heading off to like Edinburgh and then coming back to obviously down to London to start, I suppose, their new roles. What's that gonna do? That's pretty much done. But yeah, definitely gonna be missed. They are. So currently at the minute she's, I believe, still in Balmoral. I think it's either later today or tomorrow. They're planning on moving her body to one of the other castles up in Scotland, because that's where she'd passed away. Um, After that, she's going to be kept for, I think it's going to be a few days in one of the churches up or cathedrals up in, I think it's in Edinburgh, if I remember rightly, where people can go and pay their respects and stuff like that. And I just run out, typical. Um, Obviously, one thing that will be happening is obviously her sons and probably William and Harry will be doing like a 24-hour vigil where they each take it in turn to stay with the Queen while people come in, pay their respects, and go out. And then obviously eventually she's, I believe, going to be coming back down to London where she's going to be um, have a big funeral, and obviously I'd imagine set by her mother and father, and maybe even sister. I think it is. They're all together. So yeah, definitely a weird week it's turned out to be. Obviously, the UK have obviously got a new Prime Minister, and now obviously Queen passed away, got a King, got to adjust. So yeah, fun and games. That is for sure. This week's been. But yeah, if any of you guys do get a chance, please say a prayer for obviously her family, because yeah, it's got to be really hard for them right now. Almost a whole new upper government. Um, yeah, pretty much really. Obviously, I know that since the new Prime Minister has taken over, a lot of the people who were sort of in the higher jobs, I suppose, positions, have actually now been replaced with people who are more um, in line with sort of her views and such. So yeah, so it has definitely been one freaking weird week. uh, So we've just got to see how things pan out really now over the next few months into the next, obviously next year. And yeah, obviously funerals coming up and oh, blimey. But one nice thing is obviously she's no longer in pain or any form of suffering. We just turn around because I totally went the wrong way. I was meant to go back to the farm to fill back up. Come on, will you squeeze through? I hope so. There we go. Just about. There we are. That's cool. It shows no traffic coming. Thankfully I've got a liquid tanker in here that's got about half filled, I think it is now. Slowly getting through it of liquid fertilizer, and I totally crashed into that. So when it comes to the the monarchy and stuff, they try not to interfere with the runnings of the country, as it were. But obviously they can make suggestions and guides maybe how things go through the Prime Minister mainly, and maybe other influential people type thing. So obviously it's now down to Charles. I know he's got to meet up with the new Prime Minister at some point. I think that might have been this afternoon. Pretty sure that was actually this afternoon, because obviously he was going to be flying back from Scotland. So yeah, it's all hands on deck kind of thing for them, trying to outline plans for the future and stuff like that. So yeah, we just have to wait and see how it goes really. See, Charles himself is late 70s, so hopefully we should get some good time with him anyway. Obviously he's going to try and maybe shape the country how he likes. Obviously he's mentioned a few things in the past, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes with that sort of side of things. But yeah, the royal family, they tend to try and keep it out of the politics and stuff really. But anyway, back to it, hey. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's kind of why I've had a bit of a headache this afternoon. Is obviously this morning they had pretty much all day they've had news on regarding the Queen's passing and stuff like that. And I suppose it kind of made me think of my own mum when she passed away as well. Obviously it was like 3 years ago now, just over. So I can kind of feel how Charles and obviously the rest of the family are. It is heartbreaking to lose your mum, but thankfully she did have obviously 96 years of fulfilled life, that's for sure. But yeah. Oh, okay, I need to behave. Come on. Getting too many thoughts of my mum coming through again. Okay, farming, okay. Yeah, so anybody who wants a tanker, exclamation mark tanker in chat. Obviously anyone in the SGA, they can go on to Modding Talk in Discord, and the link is there if they do want to share it out at any time as well. Oh, yeah. But yeah, my heart goes out to all of them. That is for sure. That is definitely for sure. Do, 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 do. But anyway, how are you all guys doing anyway today? Obviously it is Friday. Obviously Mr. Dashnet will be going live in about an hour and a half's time. So we've gone over to see what he's up to today. Haven't got a clue what he's doing yet, personally. Whether he's going to be doing more map creating, or if he's actually going to take some chill out time, do a bit of farming. We will have to wait and see. And who knows, maybe at some point he'll maybe jump in Discord for a chat. I have no idea. Don't know why I put that on, because this is just a small field. I can pretty much do it myself. cruise control because it just sets a not bad little speed there. Yes, that is Michael. He does have a new name for anyone out there. Doing some more map making. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. How you doing, Mr. Michael? Yes, I was actually watching Dave's stream from Wednesday earlier. Actually, I did a bit yesterday, a bit today, to be honest. And obviously, I did spot you popping in. See that you had a new name. But yeah, you're doing well. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Right. Actually, I do need to get Discord up and think about it. Let me get you going. Load up, load up. Oh, and there's Mr. Dave in chat. Let's jump in and say hello. This is nice and early in the morning for him. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, boss?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good. You just woken up?
No. Heck no. I've already been, doing the three S's
Ah, okay. Cool.
and
More
make,
information.
making some stuff. And I've actually been sitting down doing some map making in between a little bit, get myself in the flow for today's show.
Nice.
You know, working on the water.
Working on water. Nice.
I don't know if Cope is out there, but he wanted me to go and do a little bit of
He
explanation on creating
was, when I first
fields.
started streaming, he said sort of hello, but I haven't seen any comments since then, so I don't know. Bless him.
Well, I'll make sure he's in my stream before we go over the whole field marking thing.
Yeah.
So if he's there today, we'll catch him up.
Oh, yep, there's Mr. Cope. Stick around, buddy.
There's so many different ways to do it now, but we'll go through the basics for him so we can get started here.
Yep.
Let's see. Where's the cream cheese, Billy? Did you take my cream cheese?
Yeah, it was really tasty. Thank you very much for
Oh crap, you did.
that.
It's all gone.
Alright, actually, what I'm
I
going to do
guess
is park that down in here for a minute. Actually, I should make a billboard or something to show. Say it's in here.
don't mind me. I can't read chat if anybody's saying anything. I'm in the
Well, let's
kitchen
see.
making
We
a
have
sandwich.
Mr. Pompey. He's saying hi, Dave. Mr. Cope.
Hey, Mr. Pompies,
And
Mr.
Mr. T.
Cope,
Miller so far saying hello. But I'm sure
hey,
everybody else
Mr.
says
Miller.
hello as well.
I'm sure.
There we go.
I was listening to you for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Well, I
Thanks.
was getting some stuff done. I've actually been listening to you since you started streaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, grab the decals from Uncharted 19, and that one that you mentioned about is just too big to be honest for what I want.
Oh,
I even
and
shrunk it down.
not only that, while I was listening to you, I did upload the tanker to the SGA mod folder switcher, so anybody that wants to get it that way, just sync up and
Look, it's even still got the same logo. Yeah, it's a little bit
we'll
too
get it.
big.
I think we have a visitor. I don't know who it was.
Hello, Mr. Scurvy. Hi,
Oh,
Hello.
it's a scurry. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
My head's pounding, but I'm here.
Okay,
Yep.
so I have an announcement.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Actually, is Wheel still out there?
Mr. Wheels, are you still there?
Oh, is this about what we talked about last night?
I might
The
do T Miller. I'll probably go through and grab the rest of them from the old decal pack and bring them over.
the SGA con.
The SGA.
Oh,
Oh, right, yeah.
yes, I saw that.
If you're gonna go, I just got to get, you know, hopefully answers from anybody that wants to make the trip.
Yep.
We have the
Count me
place
in.
picked out, but we're gonna have to rent it quickly, and I'd like to get 8 or so people.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, same here, Team Miller.
you plan on staying with us there, Scurvy, for the weekend?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm putting you down as a yes.
Yep. How many do we have so
Uh,
far?
Me, you, NBC, our guess is Big Daddy's trying to get a final answer, but he's closing on that house.
Oh, right,
Oh,
yeah.
is
And
he? Yeah.
Actually, how far does this guy go? Let's have a look.
but I haven't checked firmly with everybody else yet. If Fummins is out there, we need to get answers because we're gonna also need comes down to about $200 per person to rent the
That's what I
place.
saw the price. It looks like a
If we
nice
get
place.
if
Yep.
we get 10, it's
Who's this?
200 bucks. Every person that drops, it's another 20, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
it's a really nice place. We're gonna have it in a nice house
Yep.
and
Nice. Wish
all
I'd have been
this.
there.
And it is the weekend of TwitchCon, so I'm calling it SGACon. And we can get a setup there to go live and do a little bit of live streaming of our party too, which would be kind of cool.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Hmm.
We just need a big camera with a big camera lens to get everybody in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why?
In one shot, I mean,
Yeah.
panorama.
But we did have several people that were very interested. I just got to confirm with them. It is the weekend of October. It's coming up quick. That's why. October
No.
7th through the 9th, Columbus Day weekend, with Columbus Day holiday being 10th, but Columbus Day on 12th.
Ah.
Oh, are we allowed to say Columbus Day?
Say Columbus Day for what?
I don't know
I
if
don't
that's
care.
been canceled yet, too. Hey, it's still a holiday.
Very true. Yeah.
It's still a bank holiday, so.
Yep. That's probably one thing that they're probably going to add for the Queen's funeral and stuff. And new bank holidays.
New Bank holiday. Yeah, that would be.
You know, for her, that's definitely a must.
Yeah.
She
I think
deserves a week.
I think it should be worldwide, not just in the UK.
No. Yeah.
I disagree there, but
I'm going to turn this down because it's a little bit loud actually.
but 70 years of service for your country and handling herself as well as she did,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, absolutely. In these tough times, she's seen a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
70
cripes, yeah.
years, and look what she saw. She saw the rebuilding of Britain, basically,
Yep.
up into the War on Terror. I mean, my God, talk about.
Well, they were talking about it on, obviously, like I mentioned, on the news earlier this morning when I was watching it. And obviously, when she took over from her dad
Yep.
in 1926, I think it was, thereabouts. Obviously, the empire at that time, British Empire or whatever you want to call it, was like only four countries. Obviously, when she passed away, it was like over 40 or something, 50 something like that, different countries throughout the world. So, yeah, she's definitely done a lot to help people out, in all colours, all creeds, and yeah, she was probably the one person who had the biggest, hugest heart out there,
Yeah, we're not
and was humble as well about it.
humble, and I'm not sure
Which
what.
is
Oh, go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
no, which is interesting. As I was reading a little bit more in the news about this whole thing with King Charles coming over, wondering what does that mean for you guys? Apparently, while they're sup- they have a creed that even Prince Charles or even his beliefs himself can't interfere with the government,
Yep,
you know.
he can
So
sway the, maybe make
he can he
suggestions and
can
stuff like that.
he can make
Yeah,
suggestions,
but he can't
but
actually
his
interfere with it.
opinion doesn't count.
No.
He can't rule with a iron fist or change things, just because he's king. They
Yep.
literally have he's supposed to stay out of the politics, and
Yep.
I think that it's pretty interesting. I never knew that. I thought, hey, it's great because his views on climate change are right in line with mine, you know,
Yeah.
but that
Oh, that's
doesn't make
something
a
he's
difference.
big passion
He wrote a
of.
book about it,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey,
that
Master Mika, how
man-made
you doing?
climate change is a,
It's been a while since I've seen you around.
but that doesn't matter over there.
Yeah.
He has to check his own views at the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
And obviously once a year he'll be allowed to actually go in and open Parliament in person. I think
Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool.
pretty much once. Yeah.
That's
To
neat.
see stuff. Yeah.
I actually, when I was in London, I ran into a British parliamentary member. Is that the correct term?
I feel sorry.
Member of Parliament. Awesome guy. He just wanted to talk to American family who's coming to
Oh,
visit.
fair
We had
enough.
like a 45-minute chat with him. He was amazing. I forgot
Yeah.
his name,
Some of them are not
but
too bad, but most of them are more interested in their own skins and how they can get more money at the end
yep,
of the day.
he was. Yep, he just asked us about our views of the current government over there, which we had like none. So he gave us some basic information of how they run things in there, and just how's your stay? How are you liking it? He's a jolly good old guy, I guess you could call him. So
Yep.
was shocked, absolutely shocked, because this was 2016, so there was just a recent stabbing, I believe, right outside of Parliament too.
Yeah. The walls. Yeah, it was a very touchy time that was.
Yeah, yeah. You would. I wouldn't think going over to London, I would see people, or I would see guards out there with semi-automatic or fully automatic rifles,
Yep.
standing in front of buildings like that. Uh, you know. Yep.
Yes.
Not messing with those folk. Nope. Not me.
Yeah, we've got a parliament over here, Team Miller, full of
Yep.
ministers and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really do too much in the politics side of things. I leave them
I
to
don't blame
figure
you.
all that rubbish out.
Well, I used to, on a lot, you get a lot of that, especially right now over here.
Yeah.
People saying, I don't need to, the politics are just too depressing and they're too,
Yep.
it just
Vitriolic.
me angry, so I don't watch them. Well, you know what? I think that's a huge problem over here right now because if you don't know what's really going on,
Oh, don't get me wrong, I do still watch the news
yeah.
to try and keep up with current affairs and stuff like that, but when it comes to having
Well,
to
that's
devote
another problem. Over here, the
time.
news is so slanted. It all depends which news you watch, so you really have
Yeah.
to dig in and do your own research.
Yeah. And then you have to worry about the trustworthiness of your research there too, because
Hmm.
does that have a spin
Yeah.
on it? And I'm sure.
To be honest, I
Exactly.
leave that more for my wife to try and figure out. She's more into watching the news and that compared to me. I think a lot. Obviously,
That would be
with the
that would
pandemic, it
explain
kind of
why
just did
she
my
as
head.
well
Yeah.
is a depression problem. No
Uh,
offense, but it gets mine going. You know what I
yeah.
mean? When you look at the state of the world in so many places, it kind of gives you a feeling of hopelessness when you sit down after reading the news.
I know
You
it's
know?
terrible.
I mean, I don't know if you know over here, but here on the day of your queen's death, there's somebody that posts on Twitter that they hope she rots it in hell. It's like for
Really?
all I mean, there's and it was a prominent person too. I forget who it was, but
I don't get why there's such. I'm tired of just seeing the blind hate.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, the
it's really what
blind
it comes
hatred.
down to. It's just really blind hate at this point, and
Yeah.
it's just more of it. The whole thing with social media too. It's all about me, which
Hmm.
I hate social media with a passion
Well,
because
to
of
be
that
honest with
fact.
you, much of our government and the way things are running that's the problem. It's not about
All about me.
it's
Yep.
all it's
Yep.
self gratification,
Yep. And
and people are no longer thinking about other people, which is my main thing. I like, I try to put others before myself. It's hard to do, but as soon as it's all about me, then it doesn't matter what you do. You're just trying, you'll screw anybody over
Oh
Yep.
to
yeah.
get your own way.
Get ahead. Yep.
Especially somebody in their sort of position, like your Congress or Parliament over here. They're more interested in what benefits are they going to get out of it
Hmm.
than everybody else.
It's all about power.
Yeah,
Yep.
obviously with the way the economy is, even throughout the world, I think MPs or congressmen, whatever you want to call them, throughout the world, obviously where they're getting such a high wage, I think they should be made to take a pay cut and that excess money put back into the economy to make it, obviously these people who are being almost evicted because they can't pay for the rent, to sort of help them out more.
You know, I got mixed views on how that it should happen, but something definitely has to happen when you have homeless people in your streets.
Yeah, and I
But
don't know what it's
again,
like over there. We got a lot of like ex-forces who've obviously been kicked out of their own places because of not being able to pay the rent, and obviously they're on the streets
mhm,
and that. I think they people like that who've served the country are being
mhm,
just yeah
it is a huge problem, and those
yeah
people need to be taken care of.
they do
But I don't see here in the US with the capitalist system we have, when you've got a business that's paying 3 billion in taxes just because they're big, you can't blame that business for, you know,
yeah
it's where's I mean, we just hired an extra 80,000 IRS agents. Where is the tax money going? It's
Right.
going. Why?
yeah
Why are we sending another $2 billion over to Ukraine when we have homeless people in our streets,
exactly
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
And
And
it's
I
that,
under. Yeah.
I mean, I understand the importance of keeping the other nations,
Safe.
balanced and civilized and
Yeah.
safe, but why do we have $2 billion go,
yeah.
why were we paying for transgender studies in Pakistan?
And that was just daft, isn't it?
Hello, when we have homeless people here.
Yeah. You're.
I just,
No. You're.
that's the problem. The money, and it's all comes to the top, where how it's distributed.
Yeah.
You know, here in New York State, and you get me going into politics in the morning, I'll go. No, but here in New
No.
York State, we were specifically told that all lottery money that was gained by the state was supposed to go to the school education system in New
Yeah.
York.
That's how they
It
sold it.
doesn't.
We
That's
were.
how they sold the whole thing.
Yep. We wouldn't have school taxes anymore. It would all be paid by New York State Lotto.
You
No
know
school
where it all
taxes.
goes? To fund special interest groups and government paycheck, the
Yep.
government paychecks and give them raises, and none of it gets to the schools.
That's just
I
ridiculous.
mean,
Really is
there's where
ridiculous.
the big problem lies.
Yeah. And
Well.
yeah, exactly, Team Miller. Just so you guys are aware, in the next month or so, the PV Mod website will be probably shut down permanently due to costs and stuff like that. So obviously, if you're not already signed up to the SGA website, make sure to go over there, sign up. Obviously, you will get a confirmation email come through. Just make sure to check your spam folders for that if you haven't done it already. And obviously,
Yeah.
I'm sure closer to the actual date, Dave will let us all know.
When it goes down,
Yep.
no, let me see. I'll log into the account and see when it supposedly is
I
going to
think I'm
expire.
pretty sure you said sometime in
I'm
October
pretty
for
sure it's
yeah.
October.
Yeah.
I'll double
There you go.
check right now.
Thank you, Team there.
Oh man, I'm going to have so many problems.
Exactly,
Bear
Phil. And how
with.
you doing, buddy?
But good news, Dave, on that recent
Could give
poll.
Phil Cool a shout out as well. Obviously, he is a streamer as well, so definitely show a bit of respect and obviously go over, check him out. He's pretty cool. Same weekend as the SGA Con. Is he?
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Scurvy.
No, wait. That's when we're going to do our. Which con is the same?
I think he's on about
SGA con.
when the PV website shuts down. It's around about that same sort of time. You're very welcome. And Soft Stuff, another shout out, please. Soft Stuff, go over, check him out. Who knows, you may love him. I do look a
I
little
hope.
bit in his streams as well. Thank you very much for that.
That's going to cost you 2 Guinnesses.
Done. Next time I see you, I'll buy you 2.
That I have to tell you, the beer over there is absolutely amazing. So much better than draft over here.
To be honest, I don't drink.
Oh, well.
And I haven't had any alcohol in over 13 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same.
When I was chef, I may or may not have gone overboard a few times.
Ah, yeah.
And yeah, let's just put it this way, that certainly lightened my eyes to a brighter future. Aye, so. Also, occasionally, on very special occasions, I will have a bit of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much it. But it's kind of a waste of time really buying a bottle of Jack Daniels if you're going to have a glass or 2 out of it, and then that's it for
And
another
that's
20
it. Well,
years.
it's not going to go bad on you. So
Yeah, exactly.
not for 40% 80 proof alcohol. So
Yeah.
October 7th is the last day.
October 7th? Okay. I need to make a note of that as well then.
Is when our subscription there expires, and it will not be renewed because, well, it's that one site alone by itself is
A fair bit, I would imagine.
just without even updating the Zenforo software is $400 a year.
and
I
really,
don't
the
know.
SGA site is built
SGA
much
was
better.
built to be confirmed, combine us all in one place
Yeah, actually,
rather
I
than
do not need to put
separating
it
that
on
out.
there.
So we don't have to worry about that one till May.
Cool. Yeah.
But
That reminds me, at the end of this month,
Oh, yes. Was it Cider Chaser? Is that? And a bit of Guinness? I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it is.
I used to do Irish car bombs back in college.
Uh,
Like I said, I used to. I couldn't handle that anymore.
There you go. Let's get you going.
That's another thing we'll have to organize.
Irish car bombs?
No. Well, if you want to, but no.
Yeah, why not? Black Velvet. That's the one. Yeah,
Black Velvet.
I've heard of that before. Nice.
Black velvet in that little. Oh wait, that's
Straw
this.
wood chips is going. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I do need to get some more diesel over here. Dang it.
But the ciders they have over there too is so much better than American Selection for sure.
Billy, you're more than welcome to come to SGA Con, but I didn't include you on the people that are coming just because of the distance. Same with Not So Grumpy.
Yeah.
Same with. If you were left out, it was of being informed. It wasn't intentional, and you can
That's
jump
okay.
in and
It's
say,
understandable.
"I want to go." By all means. But I don't think you can make the trip.
Yeah, it's a little bit far from my poor arms to come across.
You'd have to pay for bigger plane ticket and.
Yeah.
But you never know. So, not T. Miller, you want to come home from the Philippines and join us? You're more than welcome to. For 3 days. This is a long flight for 3 days, but hey, halfway around the world.
Heck of a long flight, yeah. There's them topped up. Some fuel over here. I'm going to be slightly
I'm hoping
cheeky.
it really works out well. If we get 8
There we
people, because if this works out well and it goes as well, and we can pull it off, we might have to have an annual meetup.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, right, let's change
As
this
new members
tanker.
come in. Speaking of new members coming in,
That's what I thought your announcement was going to be.
I don't think he's out there. He's probably sleeping, so I
He,
can't announce when I
yep.
haven't even told him.
Yeah. Wait for the minute.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well, he might pop
just
into my stream.
yeah, he might do. Just so you guys are aware, we are going to be adding a new member to the SGA. Obviously, we are waiting for him to pop up in chat, whether it's going to be mine, Dave's, or anybody else's.
Yeah,
Just have to wait and
we like
see.
to put him on the spot.
Hey
Yeah.
guys,
Hey, Mr. Wheels, how you doing?
Wheels.
he
Wheel.
said he's planning on streaming at 7 p.m. his time. He said,
Okay, so that's when Dave
Oh,
goes live.
cool. Maybe I'll have. No, I go live at 2 to 7.
yeah, well,
No,
he's in
7
the
p.m.
UK.
his
UK, so
time,
yeah,
Oh,
2
correct.
p.m.
What, an
our
hour
time.
from now?
yeah.
Well, I can't into.
You
Yeah,
could.
me too. I'm an hour from now.
How about
Oh, are
I
you?
restream?
can't.
Okay.
You could stream
That's all
it
right though.
on your channel.
Wheels. I'm guessing you're not going to make SGA Con.
No, I'd
Okay.
love to, but no, I wouldn't. No,
I don't want to leave you out, and we did make sure we could get wheelchairs up into this place.
I,
So
I,
if Bodine wants to come out, and
yeah, it's not. No, it's not doable.
yeah, not doable.
No,
Hopefully someday. But yeah, understood.
no, I can't travel very well. I don't travel well at all.
I could understand that, but
About 40 hours, really. Wow. Um, I have no idea how long it takes to get from here over to there.
8,
40-hour
Billy.
flight.
About 8.
Is it?
I went from Boston. What's that? Is that LaGuardia? Yeah, LaGuardia. To no, that's
That's
not
just
LaGuardia. That's what's Boston Airport?
um, I don't know.
The airport in Boston to Heathrow. Um, just about 7 hours.
Was it? That's not too bad then.
Yeah, it's not too bad. No.
Doable.
There you go.
If only I had a
That's
passport.
doable. Get. Oh yeah, I do have
Logan,
a
yeah.
passport.
Right.
No,
Time to
I can
get new
travel. My
tanker.
passport doesn't expire for another
That one.
6 years or so.
Full capacity.
No, actually, I think he'll be out of town for a week. So I told him like, you better stream tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not telling you anything. I'm saying you better stream.
Well,
One
so he
So they can,
streams at the same
they can
time
find
I
you.
stream. It's
Well,
okay.
yeah, but you know, you got to do it sometime, I guess.
Yep, we'll get him.
Because obviously he's
He's,
got work as well. At times.
he's excited about it. He's excited about that too, man.
I know he
I
would
think
be.
he's beside himself right now. He's like, wait, what? You heard some
You're not.
news?
You're giving him hints.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
Wheels.
He's my friend, man. Yeah,
If
Yeah.
it's
yeah. I gave
impossible
him a
to.
hint. Yeah, sorry, I gave him a
But we
hint. I
usually
couldn't help it.
blindside the people, right? When you know.
Well, he don't know for. Well, he don't know
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
He
I'm
don't
gonna
know for
change my
sure.
mind.
I just said I've heard rumors.
Unless
We've
he's listening
changed.
in right now.
Hey,
We've just.
Crash.
Is he there?
Logan,
No,
thank
I
you.
don't.
Logan.
I don't think he's here. He might be, but I doubt it. Anyway, sorry. I didn't. I didn't
I'm
tell
not.
him. I didn't tell him anything.
Nope. Nope. He's not in there. Okay.
I didn't. I didn't tell him anything. I just said you might want to stream before you go on vacation. I just said I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not telling you nothing. Just
you might
you
want to
better.
tell him. No, don't stream. Just go to Dave's stream. No.
Yeah, at least for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
Well, if he can't make it, then I'll send him the message like go to Dave's stream
Mm-hmm.
if you want me to. I can get him.
Either way.
No, I did not tell him. I said I don't know anything. I'm just telling you to be available.
Be available.
Because if he leaves for a week, then you have to wait a week. That wouldn't be good.
Right.
No, he's done a lot for a lot of the members here. So
He has.
Yeah.
So it was really a shoo-in, but we didn't want to break the rules. So we
No.
made him get 700 followers, and he reached the mark. You
Rules
know.
are made to be
Good on him.
broken. No, wait, no.
That's good.
Dang, that's something
And
else I've got to learn to do shoutouts for now.
and to be honest with you, the voting rules would have been is almost impossible right now because half the people don't check to see if there's anything when we do it, you know.
True.
Yeah, true.
Very,
So
very true.
I have, but there are certain times of the year when I don't have time to do the reviews, you know.
Yeah.
And this is one of them, but we know them well enough. Most
Oh, yeah.
people that come in,
Yeah,
um, I did
yeah,
have
and
just asked several people, anybody have any objections? Because I'm bringing them in. If let's speak now or forever hold your peace.
How does one hold their peace?
Well,
Is that what you
apparently you
do when you
can't
go
in
to the
this
toilet?
day and age. The Queen did it
Apparently,
great for 70 years.
Yeah.
yes, that's how she did it. Yes.
well, yeah. I mean,
Yep,
Very, very true.
that's how
Wow.
you do
Well
it.
spoken.
She's an exemplar in that, she has opinions just like anybody else,
Yep.
but she held her peace.
never
That's
ever a controversy I've ever known where she was caught in something at all, and that's amazing to me.
right.
Maybe there, if there was, I didn't know about it. To be in the public eye for that long,
If there was, she knew how to handle them
Yeah.
yeah,
by
to
not
be in
getting
the
and
public eye that long,
yeah,
that is amazing.
Very true. I
and
need to
respected around the world
move
too,
slow. Dang it.
for the most part. There are some places I
Um,
guess that don't respect her, but
mm. Oh,
that's
while I
their
remember,
problem, right, Billy?
guys. Wow. Eh?
I
Yeah.
said that's their problem.
Yeah. While I remember, for anybody who's using the bale storages like these, it was either yesterday or the day
Mhm.
before, they were actually updated, and cotton has now been added, whether it's
Yes.
round or the square bales. They've also added wood chip round bales or your poplar bales storages as well. So make sure to get it updated on the in-game mod hub to be able to get them. So you've got the square bales there in the shed version. The round bale, let me come across a little bit, will be in the same stacks as the one with the covers, and then obviously you do have that wood chip one as well, which is kind of cool. For doing your poplar bales, and it's called bale storage or
Works really
storages,
well.
I should say.
Boy, my
What was I looking for anyway?
and my Discord groups got me really starting to get hooked on these smaller vintage equipment, man.
Oh, nice.
I mean, there's some really good mods on itch.io for these guys are making.
Yeah.
Vintage stuff, eh?
It's
Gonna be
amazing, man. I mean, some of the older vehicles, they're not in farm
Dang.
sim. They won't be. Of course, to me, they don't mean anything. But if you're a farmer, it means you remember them. They're really getting me hooked on those.
Actually, there is something I have found, and it was more as kind of trying to find it for NBC. But there's a group on Facebook who have converted the Creative Mesh um, Chrome Big Baler thing. Um,
the
I haven't actually looked
straw
at it.
harvest add-on or just
It's
the
just the baler and the stacker they've done. So this is the baler.
Oh,
It does
the
have a warning, but
yeah.
also you're going to need something that's going to add twine into the map. I think there's something on the in-game mod hub that does the twine. That's the only warning I am getting with it. Seems to be error free, so obviously you do have the big baler itself. Also, you can have it just as with the chute. You can have this a stacker attached. They've got two different stackers actually they've added to this. One is the one that was in 19 that did the three in a row, and then there's another one which I'll show in just a sec. So obviously you've got the bale collector, that's the three bales side by side, and then obviously there is this reman stacker. Obviously that will be in the stack, the bale loaders, and it is. Dang, where is it? So there's the Crone one. Obviously that's the three in a row. But they also did this one here, and it holds 8 bales, and it'll automatically collect them as it's unloaded, and then it'll stack them up in the field, and then you can sort of carry on. I want to try this out. I haven't actually tested it myself. As you can see, it does have that one field type warning for twine. Obviously, we haven't got it in the map, so it's a bit of a pain. But yeah, have a look on the in-game mod hub for twine if you want it. I'll see if I can find the link to that. Facebook. I should probably grab it from NBC to be honest, but saved links, and I want. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Dag nang it. Why is it you can never find the friggin' thing when you want it?
I hear
Murphy's
you.
Law.
One sec, guys. It's gone to NBC's. Because I sent him it. NBC Master Dad. Let's go scroll back up, scroll back up. Alright, so that one. Content not found. Ooh! They might have actually removed the post. Dang them.
They might have got in trouble because it's not their mod.
Yeah, that could be what it is. That is a pig. Actually, it's the actual group. They've been removed.
Hmm.
Sods. Well, I'm kind of hoping that this is going to come out then for the public. Wonder, wonder, I wonder. I wonder. Dang, 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 dang. Yeah.
I'm still wondering if they're going to add something of that into the pack.
What's that?
Oh, that would be so nice. That would definitely be worth it, wouldn't it?
Into see, like I said, I would buy that pack if it had the Straw Harvest ad on.
Heck yeah.
Oh, creative meshes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Saved.
Excuse me.
I have to try and find it, see if it is
as a
still available
bonus,
or not.
even if it's a pre-order bonus.
Hmm.
Give a pre-order bonus, get the Straw Harvest ad on. I'm pre-ordering.
Yeah. Dang. I wonder if NBC actually grabbed that. I hope so. I'm sure he said he had it. But yeah, it would be kind of nice if that was actually released, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to try it out anyway, and see. Because this, obviously, this part here on its own, I think would be okay for them to release. But it's obviously the crone, the baler, and the stacker, which is probably caused them issues. But I'll have a look. In-game hub, who makes it? Okay, I'll have to check that out. I know NBC had that Bale Twine mod on his originally, had a few issues and then got rid of it and then re-downloaded it recently. So yeah, obviously I did like that Baler in 19 as well, to be honest. But I'd love to see the Straw Harvest stuff come back personally.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, you have the straw types, or the straw from other crops. Extended
Yeah,
straw.
no thanks.
Yeah.
I've got enough as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. I don't need extra. I just like the pellets and
Yep.
Yeah.
the balers with the triple bale.
Will this go in here?
And the bale net and bale twine was kind of a cool feature as well.
Yep.
And it goes into our textile factory.
Yep. Which the building has been converted, waiting on final
Waiting on the next map.
information. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're gonna probably put the bale net and bale twine in even if we don't use it.
Yeah.
just in case. We can always use it as a sell-off product.
Very true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, if I can find the original post, next time I stream, probably it will be just my stream, I should say, rather than stream next time. I'll try and get a link for you guys from Facebook. Dang, that's got a big capacity in it. So if anybody does want to try it out, you're more than welcome to. Right. Back to it. So, how are we doing? Yeah, so if anybody did
Good.
want the tanker from 19 as well, just a reminder, exclamation mark tanker in chat will give you it, but it has been added to the mod folder switcher now as well, for downloading directly through that.
To PV WolfCreek, not the other maps.
Just the WolfCreek, yeah. Obviously, hopefully, that's something JD needs to do, is update Uncharted at some point. I don't think that's been updated in the last couple of weeks.
I don't know. Thought he was pretty. He'd been. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Because I know I ran the update earlier, and obviously apart from the map, because I had it unzipped, that was the only thing that updated for me. And I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, so yeah. Actually, how's that tanker
Yep.
doing? You full yet? Yep, good. Good, good. Right, you can drive yourself over. Hopefully you're faster than I am, so... Right, you...
I'm not fat. I'm just big boned.
I said faster. One thing I do need to do actually is
Oh,
go around and fertilise all my fields and lime them, especially these two.
Say well upholstered.
That's what I am, yeah, well upholstered.
well upholstered, he says.
Wow.
My wife would say cuddly.
Like a big fluffy teddy bear.
Yup. Very, very true. I am.
I didn't see any Fact Sheet Friday today.
There is some out there.
Why didn't they send them to me?
Well, I don't know.
Because they didn't like you?
Squidgy?
slipping over.
Yeah, Phil. Very, very squidgy. The worst thing
Ooh.
is, I'm very hairy as well, so I am literally like a big teddy bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am hairless. What does that make me?
Yeah.
Freak of nature? I don't know. Yeah, so there is also, like Dave mentioned, there is Fact Sheet Friday for obviously pumps and hoses out. So it is on the Giants website. Hopefully he can find his little email if they sent it.
Well, no, we didn't get one this week, but I
Oh.
got the facts.
God, they are
I'll have to go to the
slipping,
website.
So obviously Dave can cover all that. Obviously if you want to check them out yourselves, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to be going this way. Down the motorway there. While he takes the long way around. Wow. Ooh, did a bit of tree glitching there. Strange. Yes. But at least while I remember, for anyone who is playing on Uncharted, you can actually download the WolfCreek pack update and transfer the updated factories to that, along with the Shell fuel station, obviously the tanker if you're doing it now, and what else was it? Was added? Oh, the seed maker as well that we had in 19. Take care. All right, Mr. T Miller, have a good night, buddy.
Good night, Mr. Miller.
Right.
I will probably see you in tomorrow's stream, maybe. know you're doing a bit of ATS tomorrow, so yeah, definitely make sure to check him out tomorrow. There is his link. Make sure to go over, give him a follow, guys. Show him some loving. Right, how far do I actually own on this? Because I think it's just there, isn't it? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm in the area. Okay, so there. I need to come up here somewhere. Dang. That road there. I was kind of hoping to make a nice little triangular field here, but not yet, anyway. Yet. And this is definitely going to need some landscaping done to it, because that hill is ridiculous. I'm going to do that, eh? Let's see. Let's take some of these trees out down the bottom here. What I'll try and do is level it off so it's like a big long plane there, I think. Should be fine. We'll take that one out just temporarily, or at least for now. Probably what I'll end up doing is obviously planting some saplings in this area for future cutting down. A nice little forest that could be nice there. Also help hide obviously the field. Oh dang, let's go to the keyboard. There we go. And it's saying Mr. Dashdat is blocked. What are you getting
Sorry.
blocked by? Yes, because you ran into the side of a van, you daft
Well, that's typical for me.
driver. Very true. Might as well take it myself.
Oh, I know. Wheel's still here, right?
Yeah.
I'm giving you a special announcement.
Okay.
Call the Wild Angler has an update today.
Yeah, I opened it.
Yeah.
Yep.
How does it look?
I mean, the water looks better. I didn't do a thorough,
Yeah. They said they tweaked the water and stuff, and
made the nighttime shorter.
yep, which is
I
a
haven't
good thing.
experimented with all that yet, but yeah, I went fishing for a few minutes and caught a diamond fish.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I know there's different types of water around the map. I jumped in real quick to look at the first lake, and it wasn't that different.
I yeah,
It looked better, I will say, but the ripples and but the color is still just
the
like a
times
big muddy lake.
time is still messed up. Yeah, it seemed like the day did go pretty fast. Phil.
Did it?
Yeah, it seemed like the nighttime came pretty quick. Well, because the shadowing, like the lighting, all of a sudden has changed real quick, like 3 times on me.
It's 4 hours of daylight and 30 minutes a night.
Yeah, there's no way it's still it's fast forwarding time.
Hmm.
Maybe it's not for everybody, but it seemed like the day went awful fast, and I don't know what time of the day I got in there.
It literally is
But
supposed to be 4 hours,
yeah, I
according to the
can't
patch notes.
think it was. I know I read that, but it seemed like the shadows came on really quick. I
Yeah.
don't know, just
Where are we? There.
I don't know why we didn't need the nights to be shortened. We needed a timer so we could sleep through them.
I know. Yeah, Phil, we haven't done multiplayer, so they did lower their servers down to 10 people instead of 12.
Yeah. Performance reasons, I'm sure. No sense in.
Now that Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2, they have had multiple updates. Like they have at least one update every day. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's a little much.
It's amazing. I know, but they're working on ongoing issues. It is, but it's kind of cool that they're trying to improve that much. But that was touted as early access, so
Yeah, Phil, Knight, you do have a headlamp, and it was supposed to be magnified, but if it doesn't work, it still doesn't. It automatically comes on. But
yeah.
they said they brighten, and they said in the last patch that they brightened the headlamp.
It seemed to be a little bit brighter, but
I
it
only had it
doesn't
once, yeah.
shine. It doesn't shine very good when you have your fishing pole in the water, though. That's one of the issues I think people don't like.
I everything that they said, the bobbers be more visible now. Guess what? I cast it out and I still can't see
You
the darn
can't,
thing.
I can't see mine either. Now, I saw it up close, but not when it was way out there. Though.
Right. Yeah, they need to. I don't think they quite get it.
Take a few of these out.
Don't know,
Yeah.
but I'll be back in a few minutes. I got to take care of a couple things before we
Yep.
go live.
Yeah, I still prefer the real life fishing,
Well, yeah.
don't get me wrong, yes, I have tried playing Fishing Planet. I got about, I think, 16 and a half hours in it. And I just cannot get on with it, to be honest. It's a completely different experience.
Is,
Yeah.
is,
Plus
is
all
Giants
objectives.
having is Giants having trouble with their dedicated servers today?
Oh, probably.
I can't find mine.
Oh. Anybody out there currently working on a server had any issues? Mr. Wheels is having some out of interest. So I only do single player. So, no idea.
Yeah, I updated my server yesterday, and we played on it last night for quite a while. Actually, quite fun.
See what that does. Right. And one thing as well, guys, whenever you are doing any landscaping, save beforehand. So if you do mess it up, you can always crash the game and go back in. So
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So
That's a rage quit.
yeah.
Sometimes.
I might need to just. Do I?
Of course, Billy is like the ultimate landscaper. So.
Oh, cripes, no.
You're pretty
But
good at it, though.
saying that, I've been trying to get a little bit more creative after watching Dave's streams the last few days. So.
No,
Getting
between you and Reaper, you guys have a really good farm design. Like,
oh, I don't know about that.
I think so.
I think at the minute my favourite area is something I showed off the other day, and it's at the back of my Heinz factory. I've got two little corners here where I've kind of gone a little bit creative, shall we say, and made like little oasis type things. Obviously, eventually what I want to do is take some of these rocks and obviously take them a lot further down and add more trees in, so it's literally a full rock face going all the way around. But obviously money is a big issue, and obviously on this side I've kind of created a nice little pond area. So yeah, that's about as creative as I'm going to get, I think, on here. But that
Well,
I really like, but doing a map
that's nice.
size, yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think I could do an entire map like that though.
Well, you got your map sectioned off pretty well, like
Yeah, I've got
barriers in between stuff.
areas, yeah. But everyone's got that creativity in them, so. But it's like I said the other day during my streams, if you are going to try and do, or even attempt to do it, what I'd recommend is load up maybe like Elm Creek or one of the base game maps. Have a little play around with the different tools and stuff. Get used to grab some mod packs off of the in-game mod hub, and then start playing around and see how you get on. That's basically all I've done. Is I've just literally grabbed some. And obviously, initially it was the stuff that was in game. Obviously, more and more mods are coming out with like rock packs and different trees and or whatever bushes and stuff. So yeah, definitely well worth trying at least once to give it a go. Okay, so I need that. I'm gonna go full strength.
Now, one issue I had with server yesterday is I added the Vermeer and the Kubota packs
Okay,
and
oh,
started the
cool.
server, and they're not on it. Like, and we explored all the options of removing it, stopping the server, putting it back on, re-downloading, doing all that, and on several machines, and those DLCs are not there. So they may be working on that.
It is possible, yeah.
Anybody else had that problem with servers? Well, yeah, and once you get the feel of the landscaping, it's not that bad. You just gotta
Yep.
learn how to do it.
I know Mr. Culp, he is loving Giant's Editor, because obviously he is creating his own little map at the minute,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's loving it, bless him. So I'm gonna make that edge a little bit uneven, because I want to slope that down in that direction. Bring this across here. Thankfully, this isn't going to cost me too much. Just bring you down a little bit more. Oh, we'll get that in a minute. Right, so I think that'd be a nice spot. Almost. Bring it across like that. Yeah, I don't do landscaping often during the stream. I'd rather do it off screen. So yeah, I hope I don't mess this all up. Come on, up you come, up you come. Obviously, what you can always do if you wanted, obviously slopes, that is something that is in game as well now. Slopes are actually really easy once you've done it once or twice. Smooth, obviously, this side off a little bit. Come on. Bring it up a bit more. Gotta try and find where I want it to come down from there in it. I think. Yeah, somewhere around about there. Good start for at least this field. Also, if you run the Terrafarm mod, you can do this pretty easily as well with any of the rollers and such. So I'll smooth off these, make them a little bit sloped, make them look a little bit nicer. Got about 11k. There is a mod on the in-game mod hub that basically gives you free landscaping, Phil. So with the amount of money I've spent on
Are you cheating?
landscaping,
Oh.
well, coming from you,
He
who
is.
used
Yes,
Giant's
it's
Editor
cheap.
to tidy up Meat Mountain. How you doing,
Yeah, but
KW,
it
buddy?
still cost me $11 million in the game.
Oh, I've
I just smoothed it out.
paid a fair bit over my 11 years in game. Sure.
Oh, can you count all that?
Oh, quite.
See, he didn't say no, Dave. He just said you do the same stuff.
Yeah, he
Notice that.
sounds like a politician.
Oh, how rude. How rude.
Wow.
Oh.
Obviously, I do like to use trees as well, so that's where a lot of the extra money goes as well, to be honest. So, yeah. It still does cost me a little bit. but doing this, it would cost me a fair, well, I'd say about 300-400 just to do this bit normally. But yeah, I'm sick of them taking all my money. There we go. Right, so let's tidy up that edge. A little bit more. It's not too bad actually. I can come around with obviously the smooth. So what you can do as well, if you have quite a large incline, you can actually do the slope. For anyone who hasn't attempted doing these yet, what you need to do is obviously select slope option, then go to the highest point where you want the slope to end, and basically right click your mouse button. What that's going to do is lock in that height. Then what you can actually do is come to right about where you want it to start sloping up and just aim towards that higher point. And what it'll do is it'll actually create a slope down. Obviously this is a bit naff to be honest because the angling. Let's come back here a little bit. There we go. So it does take a little bit of time, a bit of patience and practice, but you do get a pretty good slope out of it. And yeah, I am doing a really naff job of it overall. It's not too bad. Yeah, a lot of practice. What you can actually do, because obviously your point is going to be around out there, you could actually come, say, across a little bit and create like a sloped corner, and then sort of fill it in from there as well if you wanted to. But having some rugged edges like that will also help for the appearance. Maybe make it like a rock face type thing, if you wanted to paint it that way as well. Obviously I'm not going to be driving up and down there, so I'm not too bothered to be honest. There we go, something like that. But what I always do as well is I'll always take it up to maximum and just give it a smooth off. Just take some of those rough edges off. And then go from there. There we go, so that's not too bad. So what you could actually do then, if you wanted to, just make a rock face. If you wanted to, you obviously got cliff rock there, and just paint that up. You could do that, maybe throw in some little bits of grass texture in, or maybe the old tree here and there. The only thing that would be quite nice if you had the weathered effect as well. I know Mr. Dave's kind of fond of that at the minute. So what you could do is put maybe little patches of grass around. Maybe the odd bit of mud down the bottom here. Oop, I was gonna click on it. But yeah, just practice. That's all it is. Once you get used to it, it is really quite simple. And obviously go into, oop, didn't mean to click that one. Go to your plants, and obviously what you could do is maybe just add a little bit of grass at the bottom here. If you wanted to, just dabble the mouse if you wanted to. Something like that, I don't know. Maybe add some additional plants around. What I might actually do, I don't know how this is going to turn out to be honest, so I'm going to save there because that's not too bad. I can always tidy that up later. But I want to see if I can stack some of these rocks that I've got and make like a rock face, so it kind of make sort of an area similar to the mine. See, this is where the money's going to really go down now. That's quite a large cliff face, so let's give this a try, eh? Obviously, on the in-game mod hub, it's a decoration pack called, I believe it's actually called Rocks. Can't remember where the heck they are. It's not in there. It was in landscape, and I believe it's plants actually. Yep. You get quite a range of different sizes and shapes. Definitely well worth checking it out if you want to do a little bit of landscaping. The nice thing is they do go with the terrain as well. So let me see. Something like that. Obviously rotating around as well is a good idea. As you can see, they will sink into each other, so you can actually create a nice little rock face as well. Let me do one maybe in that direction. Something like that. Change it to a slightly bigger rock. Pop one of them next door. So I don't want to get too close to this tree. It's kind of surprising in just how different the different sides are to this. Makes it a complete different feel. Even just maybe slight angling off. Gives it a different appearance. Try to find. That's not too bad actually. I'm not going to do too much on here really. Be nice if it was if you could flip them upside down. That's the only thing you can't do. These are very, very little ones as well. Yeah, so definitely want to keep these ones at this end. It's too small. These little ones are kind of nice. So if you've got like little crevices in between, you could even tuck them in underneath. Just rotate them around, maybe create an complete new rock as well, which is kind of nice. So that's basically how Dave created the mines as well. Obviously he's taken these big rock pieces, made some of them a little bit bigger, some smaller. The nice thing is as well, you can, as you can see, overlap them as well, so you can actually then fill in some of these little gaps as well. Obviously rotate them around, give them a different appearance. That's basically what I've kind of started doing with around by the Heinz factory. Oops, didn't mean to go that far in, I should say. Yeah, that's not too bad. Obviously with some of these flatter ones as well, obviously you've got a nice little tree here. What you could do is put a couple actually on the ground itself, make it almost as if they'd fallen off the actual rock face itself. Need something just to bring it up a bit higher there. Too small. That's not too bad. I might have to just stack a few of these as well. Try to find a decent angle to see them is very hard as well at times. Just rotate that around. Put that in there. Obviously switch around the rocks as well, so you're not using all the same ones, so you do get that randomness. It's kind of cool. And, yeah, definitely recommend for anyone, just at least give it a try once, see how you get on. You'd be surprised at how much rewarding it can be. There we go. Put that there. Put something like that there. It's not too bad. As you can see, that it doesn't cost too much, but when you get finished, it is kind of nice looking. Bring that up there, so we'll almost bring it in line with the landscape itself. And no, I'm not going to be making a map, by the way, guys. Don't leave that one there. Just make it a bit bigger, bring that in. Up a little bit. That's fine. But yeah. I'm curious, how many of you guys actually do this on your maps? If anybody. Or am I the only weird person out there? So what you can actually do as well is have maybe some sticking out. I don't know what that's going to even look like, to be honest. Maybe stick it out a little bit like that. That's not too bad. I like that. It's kind of cool. Slightly overhanging. What's that? That's very small. Yeah, so that's not too bad. This is just sort of rotate them around, give them that different feel. See, it's even coming through the actual terrain there as well, so what you could actually do is utilise that just to maybe find some extra rocks. Just bring that around, so it looks like it's part of it coming into the landscape itself. Just obviously rotate a bit there. Obviously, I'm planning on probably coming to maybe around about there with the fields when I do plough it, so there's going to be enough turning area there. Yeah, I had a feeling that you probably would Pompies. I did have a feeling. Yes, also trying to find some half decent mods as well of a nice selection. That is the big issue, really. There is not that many out there. Just bring that in there because there's a gap there. One other thing it'd be quite nice, maybe a placeable river. That'd be kind of cool.
And it'd be almost possible.
So it sort of flows down. I know. I can wish.
Because of the terrain, you'd have to have a perfectly level place to put it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can tuck
But you
that.
can't place it angled river down the side of a, yeah.
I need some big ones again. Big ones. There we go. But yeah, this is basically what Mr. Dave does when he does his maps as well. Obviously, for any of you guys who have watched him, he just sort of rotates. But yeah, it would be nice if it had some that was maybe placed upside down as well. Might have to go in and rotate a few of them in the i3D and just add a few extras. That's not too bad. Also, as well, while you're going along, just make sure to jump back out. Obviously, check it out in your character height. Oh, thank you, dear. Happy Farmer making a 16x map without using the editor. He just uses. Yeah, obviously that is another good way of doing it. Is obviously using the base game landscaping tools and stuff to create your own map if you want to. That's not too bad actually for that. What I'll probably do is maybe bring this out a little bit more and extend this wall. But this is the sort of thing I want to do over where my Heinz factory is, so you've got the complete wall. But yeah, I kind of like that overhanging that little bit. And obviously, once you get all that done, what you can then do, if you go back into your base game landscapes in it, in the plants, you can actually start placing down if you want to some of these little bushes. Personally, I prefer the trees, these small trees, because they can help to obviously hide some of those bits that you may have missed as you're going along, and just gives it a little bit more natural look to it as well. So you change the size, even that type of tree if you wanted to. The ones I do tend to use a lot is like the birches, the elms, definitely a lot of these service berries, or I won't pronounce them. They're the main ones that I use. I would like to maybe try and use some of the willows a little bit more, but I think they're more suited for maybe around like water areas. And obviously for any of you guys who haven't got it yet, is obviously on the SGA website I have done a tree pack that adds in the additional trees that aren't on all of the maps as well. So like for instance on here we don't get like your olive trees, the dogwoods, I don't think it's there, the cypress, that's another one that's not on this map. These funny little spruces, they're not on here either. Same with the stone pines. Obviously, for anyone on Volcano Island, you'll recognise them. So yeah, if you are into landscaping, give them a try because they will add the little extra detail. If you wanted to as well, if you had a pond, there is some pond placeables, some plants there on the in-game mod hub as well. But what you can do then is obviously add in some flowers if you wanted to. Obviously try and mix them in a little bit. Maybe add a few of the bushes, these little low ones. But it's kind of does take shape. Takes a little while, a little bit of creativity, but I'm sure you guys can do pretty well. See if we can bring some in there. That's kind of nice. Look actually to that one. It's a little bit more green compared to these ones. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing the rest of the night. Probably the rest of that wall. Get that layered up. Right. So for now, at least I'm going to just carry on. Obviously, like these little ones, like I said, you can use just to fill in. Gives you that little different look to them as well. In between the rock faces itself. It's not too bad actually. You can even tuck them obviously underneath there. Like you said, you could probably put a few in on the ground. Even you got some of these longer ones. There you go. That's not too bad actually. How are we getting on? 9 minutes before Mr. Dashnet goes live. So tuck that in there. And if you're really clever, and I don't know how the heck I did it the other day, but I was actually able to get some of the bushes to actually place on some of these rocks. I have no idea how it happened, but that's kind of cool because you get like the plants growing on the actual rock face as well. It's a bit bigger that flatter. There we go. Let's bring that over there. I'm actually going to bring that out a little bit more. Use some of these. Something like that. I don't know. Mix them up a little bit. But yeah, I don't do creativity often, but when I do try and do my best. Let's bring that around. Obviously changing the angle of the camera as well. Give you a different look, so let's put up one there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another one in there because it's pretty flat actually. It's not too bad. That might be a little bit too long actually for what I want. So let's try the next one down. There you go. Yep, I like that. It's kind of cool. Got a nice little rock face there. So yeah, that's kind of just be spontaneous, guys. Be spontaneous with these. Put that there. So if you're overlapping them, even if it's just a tiny little bit poking out, for instance, like that, doesn't matter. It just gives it a different feel. Obviously, different look from different angles as well. I think I'll pop that one like that. Make it how you'd want maybe a rock face look in nature. And also that goes in for map creating as well, I'd imagine. So let's try and keep that a little bit flatter than the rest. Bring that there. Rotate that a little bit. It's not too really.
Excuse me.
Well, if you weren't awake, I'm sure you should be now. And I'm not sure I'm going to get that. I'm going to have to leave that slightly higher.
Oh, it's me. I gotta hit this button.
It is. You got like 5 minutes, boss.
6 minutes and 17 seconds.
Oh, okay. Which way do I want you?
I get
Something
caught
like
up in doing stuff.
yes. Lots of the little rocks. I don't want the little rocks. I want slightly bigger ones. But yeah, so guys, just a quick last one there. So if you got the mod for the switcher, get the update synced for WolfCreek. You will now get the tanker that was in 19. Obviously Mr. Culp did start it, and I helped him out just to finish it off and get it released. If you're not using the mod folder switcher, you can do tanker in chat right now before we end and get it that way. Can blend it in a little bit more. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing probably the rest of the evening, actually getting that tidied up. And I'll show it off first time on Wednesday's stream, how that looks and turns out. If I've got enough money, which I'm hoping I do. Kind of wish I had something slightly smaller just to get that little spot there. I didn't want to go up too high. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad actually. And let's do that there. Let's rotate that. I need you to go lower. Something there. Can be a little bit tricky at times. But yeah, patience. And having a little bit of an idea of what it's going to look like does help. That's not too bad there. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Nope. Just use already. Mr. Cope has sent a picture to you, Mr. Dave, in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So I want that side that way, really, if I can. Bring you
Nice.
to there. But yeah, one thing I found as well since doing this is some of these bigger rocks are great for just placing down in amongst some trees as like a focal point for that. Let's rotate you. And what I basically mean, as I'll show you in just a second, we place that last one there. Yeah, it's not looking too bad so far. Um, 9 ads. Oh my goodness. Is that me or for
Ad
Dave?
count. Ad count doesn't matter.
Where did I do
It's
it?
3 minutes. Some of them are small. You can't go by it's 3 minutes, whatever they do. You want one 3-minute ad? And
Here.
go for it. But at least I ran them during the countdown this time so we don't have to run them for another hour.
Oh yeah, that definitely helps. So yeah, just a quick one. So obviously those bigger rocks, what you could do is maybe put 1 or 2 down, like I said, within a little forest area. Obviously I think that's maybe 1 or 2 in there of those bigger rocks. Obviously you could go a little bit, oh, yipes, a little bit longer if you wanted to and create a nice um, area there. Obviously I've added some bushes there, it's kind of annoyance to see. Just rotate them around. Just gives it a little bit something different on the map as well. Especially if you're on, say, Uncharted, you can do that quite easily around your building areas. Maybe create like a little industrial area. So I've got my little logistics center in here. So it's definitely coming on slowly. Still not sure what I'm going to do with this plot of land. But for today, that is going to be it, guys. So let me get this saved. Because obviously we are going to go over and see Mr. Dave doing a little bit of probably landscaping and stuff. So let me get over to the ending screen there and give obviously Mr. Tasman375, thank you very much for the follow for today. Obviously a big huge thanks to all you guys for coming out and seeing me mess around with that. But like I said, I will show you guys next time what that cliff face is going to look like. So get that going. There we go. And let me bring up Mr. Dave's stream as well so I can see what's going on. Doop-a-doop-doo. So obviously I will be back probably tomorrow actually with my daughter, just to let you know. I'm doing probably a little bit of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, whatever it is she does, wants to stream. obviously that's going to be around about 10 o'clock UK morning time. But till next time, stay safe and let's go give Dave some love. Bye for now.